52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey. 22.
To throw on 2nd down to Stafford. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, Stafford. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, Quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kiki QT, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sean Robinson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Set! 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney!
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now back to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kerry Hyder in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kiki QT, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught at the 20. They give him a gain of 38. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Chris Jones on the stop.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Stafford now to throw. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets around him. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Stafford. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Set. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Real right, real right. Ready, 260.
They'll start the drive with Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Being chased out left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Leopard!
12 yards there as they move the chains. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw now on first down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set! 319! 319!
Back to throw here. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll drop the throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's Stafford now on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, go here! You ready? You ready? Double right! 21!
From the gun, Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 180!
Now a first down throw, Stafford. They've got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end, can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun, Stafford. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. 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 Leopard.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Chris Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And a fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On 2nd down, Cook. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Lions on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there. Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question. Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sean Robinson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey. 14. He's going deep. Get him. Hey, watch this. He's mine. Hot. 41's the mic. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. I'm here all day.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
4 down. Here we go now.
They pitch it out to Cook. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now back to throw, and he'll find Thielen on the right side. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Lions, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their slim playoff hopes are